The pump track. Rollers and berms used to gain speed without pedaling. And I've been lucky enough to have the nation's largest one built only a short drive away. Now, I am in no way the fastest pump track rider, but over the past few months, I have learned a lot. So, in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to ride a pump track. Let's get into it. For a mountain biker, a pump track is amazing. Learning how to ride one can increase your trail speed dramatically by pumping downsides and railing berms. There are two main components of a pump track, rollers and berms. To generate speed, you use a technique called pumping. Pumping is honestly the most important part of riding a pump track. But how is it done? Let's start off with how to pump a roller. When riding a roller, the goal is to maintain speed on the face of it and to gain speed on the downside. Coming up to the roller, you need to get light on your bike and stand up straight. Doing so will help you maintain speed going up the face of the roller. As your front tire reaches the crest, you need to get heavy on the front end of the bike and push down. As your rear wheel approaches the crest, you need to put pressure through your pedals. Get heavy on your legs and push through the downside of the roller. Another extremely important part about a pump track is the berms. Now I have some tips to help you ride berms better and even gain speed from them. First, some tips that every rider should know. As you're riding through the berm, you need to look where you want to go, or looking through the berm as most people will call it. How high or low you ride the berm will depict your setup for the next feature. You can also pump a berm. To do this, imagine the berm as a valley. As you come into the berm, you need to push through it, sort of just like pumping the downside of the roller. As you reach the second side, you need to stand up straight and spring out of the berm. Now, these are all just the basics of how to ride a berm. So, for a more in-depth tutorial, you can check out Skills with Phil's video, which I'll link in the description. Now, what bike you bring to the pump track is also extremely important. BMX bikes and dirt jumpers are your two best options. With no rear suspension, shorter wheelbase, and smaller wheels, these things can fly. Now, which one is faster is personal preference. If you have a mountain biking background, you'll probably feel more comfortable on a dirt jumper. Bigger wheels and a more roomy frame make this feel almost more like a mountain bike. While on the other hand, a BMX can be nimble and fast, the 20-inch wheels and short wheelbase make it pretty sketchy for a mountain biker. But what should you do when you don't have one of those? Can you still bring your full suspension mountain bike to the pump track? Well, the answer is yes, because there's nothing stopping you. But let's do some timed runs to see how much benefit you actually get from a dirt jumper. Ah! 18 seconds. Let's see how much faster I can get on my dirt jumper. Only 2 seconds faster. But the big difference was that I had to work much harder to get my speed on my mountain bike, and I was much more exhausted by the end of that run. Once you start to go fast enough on the pump track, you'll notice that your wheels start to come off the ground. This is because the faster you go, the faster you have to react to keep up. Simple sections of rollers become tight and more technical to ride. One way you can maintain your speed through these sections is by manualing the rollers. Now, I'm no expert at this, so I'll just go through the basics. To initiate the manual, you need to get your weight down, back, and straighten out your arms. This part is all one motion and should flow smoothly. And just like pumping a roller normally, as your back tire gets to the downside, you need to push down with your legs and straighten them out. Your body should be almost level the entire time, almost as if your bike is just floating underneath you. Your front wheel should drop right as it gets to the downside of the next roller. This should be a smooth motion to make it look good. All these motions combined make a fun and fast way to ride a pump track. Yes! One quick tip for mountain bikers wanting to ride an asphalt pump track is that this surface hurts a lot more than dirt. So do yourself a favor and pad up before you ride, because road rash hurts a lot. In summary, pump tracks are great for everybody. BMX riders, mountain bikers, and even kids on striders. And they can help grow your bike handling skills dramatically. So no matter who you are, get out to your local pump track and grow the love for the sport. And that pretty much sums up this video. I hope you found it helpful or at least entertaining. Also, huge shout out to Camden Funk for helping out with some of the demonstrations in this video. He's a new YouTuber, so head over to his channel and show him some love. Also, huge thanks to Eminent Cycles for supporting the channel. And for all your bike shop needs, you can head over to Take a Hike Shop. Or if you're not in the area, you can head over to takeahikeshop.com. But as always, you know what to do. Shred for life. Peace.